Dakota First. KX News at Noon starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Sonji Noon, and thanks for joining us today. In our top story, 41 families in Mandan saw their homes go up in flames Sunday afternoon. Today, fire officials will assess the structure of the Sunset Bluffs apartments to see if they can finally go inside. The apartment building owned by Eagle Eye Management appears to be a total loss. Mandan police say first responders were on scene until about 9 o'clock last night after getting the call around noon and battling the blaze in 90-degree heat. Several firefighters were treated for heat exhaustion throughout the day, and there are still plenty of questions that need answering. Officials say they don't know what caused the fire. They also couldn't say whether anyone was injured or if anyone failed to make it out the building. We spoke with several residents who said they didn't know any people inside the building, but said they feared for their pets. And folks in the neighboring apartments say they've never seen a fire on this scale before. The building is off the Sunset exit near the Mandan Middle School on 31st Street Northwest.
It's like, holy crap, can't believe this is happening in like my home city, you know.
I just opened up my curtain and I could see all the smoke coming out back here, and yeah, it's crazy. Well, I'm so used to looking out my window and just seeing the same thing, and then I just see all that smoke coming out. It was pretty shocking.
Mandan Fire, Mandan Rural Fire, and the Bismarck Fire Department were all at the scene Sunday. Mandan Police, Morton County Emergency Management, and the Red Cross also assisted. Morton County officials warned that it's still unsafe for residents to attempt to recover any personal items. Displaced residents should check in with staff at the Blackstone Hotel or the Comfort Inn in the Mandan this morning for updates. The Blackstone Hotel in Mandan off Old Red Trail has become a central hub for donations following the fire. If you know anyone who needs food for their animals displaced by the fire, call Kitty City or Addie's Eats Pets Food Pantry to get some free food for your pets. They say they're available to help however they can. And we're also told that Blackstone Tavern within the Blackstone Hotel offered free meals to firefighters and residents displaced by the fire. The hotel also opened up its vacant rooms last night to families who lost their homes. Earlier on Sunday, Mandan Middle School served as a temporary shelter, and Morton County closed the shelter late last night after the Red Cross found everyone a place to stay for the night. But here's a shred of positive news. 3 cats were found alive in the building. They were taken to the Mandan Police Department, where all owners later claimed them. And here's a little known fact about the Mandan Parade. Any money left over each year goes to the Be a Good Neighbor Fund that can be used for local emergencies. Co-chairman of the fund, Marlo Anderson, told KX News the fund was used Sunday to help the families displaced by the Sunset Bluffs fire. That money will be used to purchase necessities for the 41 families whose homes went up in flames on Sunday. Mandan police are looking for a person of interest in the weekend stabbing. Authorities would like to speak to 20-year-old Dustin Hegseth in regards to a stabbing that took place Sunday. He's described as being 6 feet 2 inches and 170 pounds. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Mandan Police Department at that number you see right on the screen. A database to track prescriptions is helping medical providers and pharmacies in the state to combat the opioid epidemic. It's called the Prescription Drug Monitoring Program, or PDMP. Sanford health providers currently use the PDMP, which allows them to see what controlled substances have been prescribed, who prescribed them, when they were prescribed, and what pharmacies they came from. The program will notify the provider if there is a patient with polypharmacy. That means a patient has multiple prescriptions from multiple providers and pharmacies. Physician assistant Rebecca Zeckman said this is especially helpful for at-risk patients.
It's extremely helpful. I look at it before almost every single patient that I see. Things as simple as cough syrup with codeine come up on there, and so we have patients that come in with a cough very frequently. So I'm looking it up for any pain patient or any cough patient just to see how much they've received.
North Dakota does not mandate the use of PDMP, but in Florida, where it is mandated, the amount of opioids prescribed went down in 80% of countries from 2010 to 2015. New today, you could be seeing higher gas prices thanks to Tropical Storm Barry. Rising oil prices have been causing the national average price of gas to increase in recent weeks. But the storm could cause some of the country's major gasoline refineries to shut down and drive prices even higher. There could also be supply problems. Overwhelming rain could also cause some refinery outages and constrict fuel supplies along the Gulf Coast. It may seem counterproductive, but homeless shelter workers are asking you to avoid giving money to people asking for help on the street. A report from BBC says this could have fatal consequences. They say it can support a drug or alcohol addiction. And we actually got a chance to speak with CEO of a homeless support and shelter organization. She says you can't control where your money goes after it's given, but there are other alternatives.
I would really encourage them to give a gift to Churches United or to one of the other partners in town that works with folks who are struggling with poverty and homelessness.
Another way you can help is by donating to your local homeless shelter. Here in North Dakota, our landfills already contain an average of 5 tons of trash per person. That's according to the EPA. And we add another 1,500 pounds of waste per person each year. Hannah Davis caught up with a group of kids changing trash habits for the next generation.
How many of you have heard of the 3 R's before?
Recycle, reduce, reuse.
The idea of the 3 R's of waste management has been around for decades, but how often do we actually follow those guidelines?
It's great to, start that thinking process of what can I do to recycle, reduce, reuse, anything like that.
According to a study by the Recycling Partnership, single-family homes generate between 800 and 1,000 pounds of recyclable packaging each year, but only an average of 35 to 45% is actually recovered.
Where do we think batteries go?
Recycled.
Yes!
The EPA says there's an even better option than recycling, reducing and reusing.
Straws to save the turf.
You could, and they even actually make metal straws that you can buy now too.
Choosing reusable items like metal straws and cloth bags for groceries helps reduce greenhouse gas emissions and reduces the amount of waste added to landfills.
Any small step we can do towards our planet is going to be helpful.
As the saying goes, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Someone cleaned up some ocean trash and made it into a statement saying, look, all of this trash was in our ocean, hurting our animals. You can see here that they made it into an animal that's getting hurt by some of our trash.
It's an example these kids are following, turning trash into art.
Then I made this little wood stick, and then I put those rainbow strings around it to make it looks like a bracelet.
Art with a cause. For KX News, I'm Hannah Davis.
On a positive note, North Dakota is one of only 3 states with less than 10 tons of landfill waste per individual. Still to come on KX News, the healthy habits you can now adopt to keep Alzheimer's away. And will the hot streak continue? Robert Sir has your full forecast next.
Now, your local weather with the KX Storm Team.
Well, the work week started off on the rough side as more severe weather rolled through in the early morning hours, and those storms certainly packed some pretty impressive gusty winds. In fact, here's a look at some of those higher gusts reported to the National Weather Service. 77 miles an hour in Dickinson. That is hurricane strength, folks. Just outside of Dickinson, there's 68 in Gladstone, a wind gust of 64 miles an hour in Glen Olin, as well as 63 in Pretty Butte, and then 58 miles an hour, still quite impressive just outside of Freiburg. Luckily, those winds have subsided. The storms have moved off well to the east. In fact, you can see mostly clear skies across the entire KX region here. Maybe a sprinkle working its way over the border here toward the beach area, but really nothing that's going to impact your day in a negative way. It'll be there and gone very, very quickly. Temperatures also rising very, very quickly. We are hot in a lot of areas. 89 degrees already in Flasher, and it's only just after noon. 86 in the capital city here. It's 79. Cooler out to the west where they've got lower dew points here. I'll show you those in a second here. 75 in Beach, 81 in Hettinger. And good afternoon to our friends in Crosby. You are at 73 degrees. Those dew points kind of vary depending on where you are. A downright tropical 76 in the capital city. But you can see further off to the west, much drier, more comfortable conditions out there. Lower 60s and even some upper 50s. Wolf Point, Montana, checking in with a dew point of 58. That is nice and comfortable. Nearly 20 degrees difference between Bismarck and Wolf Point in terms of the amount of moisture in the air. In terms of severe weather today, the Storm Prediction Center saying most places don't have anything to worry about. Non-severe thunderstorms, if any, develop, and don't expect them to develop today, and then a slightly greater chance further to the southwest. That does increase as we go through the day tomorrow. You can see here non-severe weather here across central and northern areas, but a better chance for severe weather again further to the southwest and maybe extreme sections of Bowman County under a slight risk for severe thunderstorms. That is tomorrow. And we'll show you those storms on Precision Cast here. Your Monday looks very clear. As I said, lots of sunshine today. A pretty easy day to get one of those sunburns out there, but then clouds will be on the increase. And as we go through the evening hours on Tuesday, you'll be able to see more of those storms possibly impacting Bismarck and between Williston, maybe the Watford City area, dealing with a couple of thunderstorms. Maybe one or two of those storms are severe, something we'll definitely be following. So your forecast today for the Bismarck-Mandan area will get all the way up to 89 degrees. A few locations probably seeing 90. Another humid day out there with those winds gusting to 24 miles an hour. Meanwhile, 88 is what we'll get to in the Magic City today. Another hot one out there with those winds again gusting to 25 miles an hour. Tonight we'll dip into more comfortable temperatures, lower 60s across the region, and even up north, some mid-50s. Look at Crosby, 56 tonight. And then tomorrow we'll rebound a slightly cooler day, most places upper 70s and lower 80s, so much more comfortable Tuesday than the heat and humidity today. Here's your 5-day forecast for Dickinson, kind of a weather sandwich. Nice on Monday, nice on Friday, but scattered storms Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then in Williston, scattered storm chances again for Tuesday and Wednesday, but comfortable temperatures. Your extended forecast for the Bismarck area, average temperature 85. We will be right around there for most of the week after the hot day today. And then look at the weekend, below average temperatures with the outside chance for a shower or thunderstorm. And then in the Magic City, pretty much the same thing. Comfortable temperatures after today's heat and humidity, Sonji, with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, but things cooling off as we get toward the weekend.
Well, thank you, Robert. That was exactly what I needed to hear. It is estimated that 5.8 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's disease, and the numbers are growing. Now, new research shows there may be some things you can do to lower your risk of developing the disease. Joy Benedict has more.
There's a great shot of you and your mom and dad walking down.
Looking through photo albums means a lot to Kristen and Glenn Jimenez. Kristen's father recently passed away from Alzheimer's disease.
It's draining for the families, and it's just such a debilitating disease for everybody.
Her husband, Glenn, also lost his grandfather to Alzheimer's. With a family history, the couple wants to try to lower their chances of developing the disease.
It's one of the worst things to experience because you lose that connection with somebody.
Now, new research from the Alzheimer's Association International Conference suggests adopting 4 or 5 healthy lifestyle practices may reduce risk for dementia by 60%. The study focused on healthy diet, moderate to vigorous physical activity, not smoking, light to moderate drinking, and engaging in activities that stimulate the mind. Dr. Maria Carrillo is the chief science officer.
These are things that everybody can do every day.
A separate study shows healthy habits may counteract a person's genetic risk for dementia. Researchers looked at people that had the same genetic risks, but different lifestyles.
People that had a healthy lifestyle actually had less chance of developing dementia. That's really exciting because it means there is something you can do today, even to overcome what you've inherited.
Kristen and Glenn are already eating right and getting plenty of exercise.
It started several years ago for me, but it's changed even more so now.
I think it's definitely one motivator in many that motivates me to stay healthy.
They plan to keep making good lifestyle choices for both body and mind. Joy Benedict, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Coming up on KX News at noon, it's no longer for bad students, but instead a way to get ahead. We'll tell you how summer school is changing.
You're watching KX News, putting North Dakota first.
Summer school. Just the sound of those two words makes kids cringe. Or does it? Alicia Huck explains how mindsets are changing in this week's Rising North Dakota.
In the past, summer school was thought of as a place for the quote-unquote bad kids, those who ditched school and slept through class. But that negative connotation is disappearing.
Take summer school. I think it's awesome.
Johanna Strami is not the only kid who thinks summer school is great. Bennett Bottensdahl started reaping the benefits last year.
It's way better because you don't have to take it during the school year. You're going to completely be like, oh, that's awesome, because when all your friends are going to be like, oh, I have biology homework, oh, I can't go out, I got homework. Just be like, oh yeah, I took that already.
And that is the mindset teacher Andrea Delzer wants to instill in her students.
I think one of the best things about it is for kids who want to take extra classes and get ahead. So they can do that, and it opens up their schedule to all kinds of extracurriculars, and it's really valuable for them.
Johanna knows personally the value of taking summer classes and has seen a positive change in others as well.
You can definitely tell kids change because of summer school. I think they're more involved with school after taking it.
But she hasn't always been a cheerleader for summer school.
My parents forced me in elementary, and then I didn't take it in middle school, and then I realized that if I do take it, it's a lot better for my education because my grades have definitely gone up since I've taken summer school and everything.
For those who aren't so anxious about attending summer school, Delzer says don't drag your feet.
If you get in that procrastination habit, I'll do it later, I'll do it next year, I'll do it next week, it gets harder. It just piles on. So just grit your teeth, get it done, move on.
And while summer school may be faster paced, there's another perk to consider.
There's a lot of homework during the school year, and during the summer it's not as bad.
So it takes away from part of your summer, but I think it definitely adds to your school year.
Reporting for KX News, I'm Alicia Huck.
Another benefit that was echoed by students and teachers is smaller class size, which allows for more one-on-one instruction. Now, Gateway to Science in Bismarck is offering a summer STEM camp for middle school students. It's the first ever time the Science Center made this available for 6th through 9th graders. Students can participate in hands-on activities and learn more about the STEM industry by shadowing other people in the professions. Organizers say there is a lot to benefit from learning STEM.
STEM learning is important for a variety of reasons. STEM professionals across all industries are in great demand. So to get kids interested in those professions and learn what the possibilities are now just helps them in the future when they're planning their careers.
This is a 2-week-long summer camp ending this week. We're told space is limited. Keep it here. We've got more local news ahead after the break.
You're watching KX News, putting North Dakota first.
It's hailed as the Super Bowl of online shopping. Today is Amazon Prime Day, so is Tuesday. Amazon says it will launch new deals as frequently as every 5 minutes, but the company is facing increased competition. Walmart, Best Buy, Target, and eBay have had years of practice perfecting their Prime Day strategies, and they're rolling out discounts of their own. More than 250 retailers are planning deals aiming to benefit from a halo effect of Prime Day. Now, have you ever wanted to go back in time to the medieval period? I know I have. You can now experience what it's like at the first ever North Dakota Renaissance Festival. I have the details.
You get a chance to dress up and pretend you're this princess or a gypsy.
66-year-old Velma Amundsen is talking about the medieval era, and it's a time she says she would love to visit if she could.
In a lot of ways, it was a much more civilized time. It feels like an adventure.
It's that adventure people can have at the first ever North Dakota Renaissance Festival. There are live performances such as jousting, sword fighting, acrobats, jugglers, and belly dancers. The festival also includes 15 vendors that sell food and merchandise from the medieval times for the entire family to enjoy, even kids.
I really like how interactive it is and all the things that it's just so creative here, and I really like it.
Organizers say this is great entertainment in the state and attracts tourists.
Kings and noblemen would have tournaments to show off the prowess of their knights, hence the jousting that we have nowadays, and those types of entertainers to entertain their guests.
Reporting in Regent, Sonji Noon, KX News. The festival is every weekend until September 1st in Regent, North Dakota.
Did you have a good time out there?
It was far and hot, but it was great.
Yeah, the food looked pretty good, and the weather out there also looked very good. We do have a little bit of weather out there now as we take a look at the satellite and radar picture. Mostly clear, but we do have one little shower making its way through the beach area, just crossing the Montana-North Dakota border there. That little guy right there, wouldn't be too concerned with that little guy. Should be losing some of its punch out there. If you are headed out into the nice clear skies today, please bring along the sunscreen and apply it regularly. Very high UV index of 8.5 out today. Won't take very long for you to get a sunburn, probably 15 minutes or less. So make sure you cover up. And then there's that 10-day temperature trend, Sonji, with temperatures basically right around normal and a cool weekend. Temperatures in the upper 70s and lower 80s. So looks like a rain-free weekend as well.
Oh, that's great, Robert. I'm glad to hear that. It's been raining too much for me. Almost a month later, we now know why a Minot-based B-52 bomber made an emergency landing in England. Tonight at 5, we'll tell you what the Russian military and English airmen have to say about the incident. Thank you for joining us.